Take me down to the Metal Slug city where the grass is green and the gameplay's not shitty. So Retro Tech 120p challenge time, where you get as many practice runs as you want, but as soon as you hit record, it's just 2 credits and the man that is you against the world. And then you submit it onto the Retro Tech 120p challenge board. Have a look at it. It's good fun. This is Metal Slug 3 from the year 2000. Can you guess what it's a sequel to? It's a sequel to Metal Slug 1 and also Metal Slug 2. And it had a Metal Slug 4, 5, 6. I think it went up to 10. It might still be going. I've got no idea. This one introduced lobsters, as you can see, and branching paths. It was obviously first released in the arcade in the Neo Geo in 2000, and there's quite the storied conversion rate. It came out on the PS2 in 2003, the Xbox in 2004, Xbox 360 Live in 2008, the Wii Virtual Console in 2012, the mobile phone in 2012 as well, the PS Network in 2014, the Nintendo Switch in 2017. Look at this first branching path here. Look, going in bloody submarine. So I am. So you go down the submarine, and instead of walking across the level, you go downwards into a pool of shame and manta rays. It's just saving Daniel Bryan, circa 2012 there. So I was doing the things one. So yeah, Nintendo Switch 2017, Xbox One 2017, and as part of a pack again, Metal Slug pack. It's because my brain wants to keep saying Metal Gear Solid with this game. I don't know why. But yeah, it came out as a pack with some of the other Metal Gears on the PlayStation 4 in 2018. Metal Slug then, yes. It's Contra, but it's sillier. And it's also prettier. I'm not going to win this week. I have a very short go there. I think there's certainly scope for someone to do extraordinarily well at this video game. And I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will do excellent things. I just had Daniel Bryan's poo there. That was good. So I better get already onto my genital facts, because time waits for no man. And of course, Metal Slug, let's talk about slugs. So yeah, slugs are hermaphrodite. So that means they can be Arthur or Martha. You know, they can choose to give birth or issue the seed. Now, usually, these slugs will go and find a mate and reproduce, be a bit normal for what is essentially like a living licorice all sort. So I don't know how they meet. Do they go to like special lettuce bars? I don't know. But they do a courtship dance, which, I can't be too elaborate, can it? All they are is like a really sticky, sweet, just like a gelatinous foot. How do you dance as a gelatinous foot that's stuck to the ground? But also, there is instances where slugs have fertilised themselves. So yeah, go forth and multiply does apply to the slug nation. Which is disgusting, and I'm glad that every time I've given myself one off the wrist, a child hasn't popped out, because that child would be unloved and as ugly as me. So they can lay up to 30 to 50 eggs full of these ugly fellas. I mean, in one sitting. I mean, that's quite a difference, isn't it? Triplets. Oh, that's scary. 50 children. Whoa. Does the slug mum give them all names? I don't know. I tell you what, you'll do havoc on your garden. Anyway, that's the end of my genital facts about slugs. I don't want to bore you with slugs. And maybe there's more slug facts, which I can do when Metal Slug 4 comes along on this bloody playthrough, this endless cycle of arcade games that comes every week to me, hits me like a train, uses me up, leaves me spent, and takes me time to do. But I don't mind this game at all. Well, how can you hate this game, in fact? Because it is a great game. All the Metal Slugs are really good. They take what is quite a simple conceit, which is like your kind of Contra-esque run and gun. And they add all sorts of newfangled things to it, but they also look really pretty as well. There's just some of the hand-drawn artwork in the background and some of the animations. The animation's so smooth in these games. It's beautiful. A beautiful advert for, what could be done with the 2D medium when really 2D as a type of game, a genre, if you like, when it was discarded. This was kind of right when the PlayStation came out, right when the N64 was coming out, and all everyone cared about was untextured polygons looking lame. Come on, get up there, blue fella. It was Neo Geo, which obviously was overpowered for its time, which was obviously the Super Nintendo Mega Drive era, showing what it could do. And it's great that nowadays that it's not unusual for 2D games to still be about. This is where everything goes wrong, by the way. I'm doing really well up until this point, and then this boss hands me my bum. I don't know how to kill him. I just sort of run along, and every time I turn around I just get killed. So there's not a lot of room. I think you're supposed to stay right at the edge of the screen, but that's against my instincts as a games player. You always stay on the other side of the screen usually when you're playing a game. But you still have to keep running. It's throwing these bloody cannonballs at me. I think if you know how to kill this boss, you're going to go quite far in this game. I think I can see people getting up to, with 2 credits, at probably level 3. Whereas I stay firmly rooted to level 1. Like a big lame-o. Never mind. I'm still on course at the moment to win the Mario Kart Challenge. If you haven't, if you're a regular player on the RetroTech 120p Challenge, please do go and try that. As you can see, look at how quick that credit went. Ridiculous. Anyway, that's it for today. This week's review is going to be the first part of the Moonwalker trilogy I've got lined up, so please pay attention to that. Next week, I'm starting to write a thing about Dempsey and Makepeace on the Amstrad, which is absolutely terrible. But this week's one, only moderately terrible because it's the computer game version of Moonwalker. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week. So like, subscribe, and thanks. Bye, kids. Thanks for coming.